One, two, three. January 25th, 2024. It's your boy E.I. Lee in the Toledo. The weekly news, no cap. Just basically just recalling or going over the news, the positive, negative news locally, regional, and the shit that might go viral. That's all this is, man. Attempt to try to find a better solution and a better way to try to do things. Definitely a better way to treat each other. You know what I mean? That's the effort in this. You see, this the first time I guess we'll be doing some constructive things, play of words, but nevertheless in the corner I got constructive criticism up in the top. The show basically this week will be focusing on constructive criticism. We had an individual, the hungry black man. I think he come out of Detroit, if I'm not mistaken. But nevertheless, he was in the area, bouncing back between Detroit and Toledo, doing a review on clubs and eatery, black spots, African-American, black-owned, mulatto, melanated people, restaurants and bars, just giving us a spotlight, giving us an opportunity to showcase our skill, our talent, our restaurant, our business. So it was an opportunity for us to show and prove. So that's what our show would be focused on primarily this week. But let's get into it. This your boy E.I. Lee in the Toledo, the weekly news, no cap. Again, this is January 25th, Thursday, pre-recorded show.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lift off.
Have you came up with a name for your podcast? Yeah. We from the Toledo. Ohio. We from the Toledo. Ohio. It's E.I. Lee in the Toledo. E.I. Lee. E.I. Lee. It's E.I. Lee in the Toledo. E.I. Lee. E.I. Lee. We from the Toledo. Ohio. We from the Toledo. Ohio. It's E.I. Lee in the Toledo. E.I. Lee. E.I. Lee. It's E.I. Lee in the Toledo. E.I. Lee. E.I. Lee. We from the Toledo. Ohio. E.I. Lee in the Toledo. Yeah, we back at it, man. January 25th, 2024. E.I. Lee in the Toledo, the weekly news, no cap. We ain't capping, man. Yeah, just a regional, man. You know, just something local and regional where we just go over the news, man. Some shit that might be inspiring, educational, informative, funny, sad, enrichment, things that might be heartfelt, or the perspective of the emotional thing, man. That's what we'll be touching, but primarily, man, just motivating, uplifting, and encouraging is our main focus. But nevertheless, man, getting back into it, we got this constructive criticism. Think we having a hard trouble facing and dealing with that as Toledoans. It's funny. You know what I mean? We should not have no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? We need that in most cases. For somebody to come out, I seen, and, you know, I pretty much looked at all the reviews and looked at, you know, the videos in which he was posting for the most part. So in most cases, I think it was only one spot. This is it. But pretty much everybody else, he paid. So he has a right to offer his opinion, especially when he paid for it. That's personal because I paid for it and I have a expectation of service or taste. You know, especially when you're dealing with soul food. You know, it's a certain taste that them yams must hit off. You know canned yams from real yams. J-Mays. I seen them. So when I seen them joints, I knew them was canned joints, man. So that right there, you can't hide from that. Everybody saw that. You know when them yams is diced up from somebody grandmama or auntie. It's just a certain, they hit different. Yeah, they hit different, yo. Stand on business, man, dude. Shit, we gotta stand on business around this time nowadays, 2024. Ain't no shuckling juckling. Ain't no conniving. But see, Toledo, one of them motherfucking spots, man. 45 minutes out of Detroit. That's what you get. You know, the Toledo. You know, this one of these spots, motherfucker. You know, if you got a bag, you know, if you selling dimes and 20, a motherfucker, and you want $10 or $20 for your action, man. A motherfucker come in there talking about they got 18. They got $7 and 2 quarters. Can they get that dime? Man, if you don't get the fuck out of here, this is a dime. I ain't said no $7 and I want $10 for my merchandise. You know. But yeah, you can't pull no motherfucking canned yams on no motherfucker that's a food critic, man, and think that you gonna come unscathed. You know, or some dry ass motherfucking macaroni. You know, that shit gotta be melted down, man. You gotta come on, man. We gotta step up, bro. Then, like you say, for the most part, a lot of us overcook our noodles. You know, he said that's basically the way motherfuckers do it around here. They overcook their noodles. So a motherfucker don't want their noodles overcooked, man. Them noodles got to still have a little texture on them. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucking cheese got to be all the way melted down off in that motherfucker, man. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Then Geno's, man, like he said, that's that shit that we don't know, but that's that style down in Cuba. That was a Cuban style pizza. Like he said, he well traveled. He said that's the shit he had down in motherfucking in high school, school pizza. The Cubans was cooking that shit. You know, if we do the research, let's see where they got that style from. You know what I mean? It might have some relevancy to it. We have to investigate. Go down to Miami and see if they cooking their pizza like that, and you'll discover where they got that method from. Geno's. Yeah. Sometimes you can catch that shit, man, and it tastes fugazi. Like even now, you go to most spots, and a lot of times I done heard the bacon ain't bacon no more. It don't taste like bacon. You know what I'm saying? So you can see the cheap product and the break down the shit, especially after COVID. But even after that, man, motherfuckers still try to side cut every way that they can. But coming with some motherfucking candy yams out of the motherfucking can, man, is you crazy? What the fuck is, man? I don't understand that one, man. You cannot pull no shit like that off with nobody, especially with them yams, man. Them yams, you know, you know, it ain't hard to fuck up no yams, especially if you cut them. You know, like that's something you should definitely want to take pride in. It's 2 things that you want to take pride in, well, 3 of them that you definitely want to take pride in a black African American melanated restaurant in terms of when you talking about soul food. You want to make sure that motherfucking macaroni, them candy yams, that green is motherfucking popping. And you can't lose if you using, don't try to go on your own win and shit like that with the corn muffins and shit. You can always go with Jiffy, man. It ain't hard to fuck up no cornbread if you ain't talented. You know what I'm saying? But it hit different, man, if you ain't cutting them motherfucking candy yams. If you ain't cutting them from scratch, you tripping. I seen that shit. I was like, oh my God, why this motherfucker serve some damn out the can? You could tell just the shape of it. It was shaped like a fucking can, bro. The can shape was still there. You ain't had no lumps and bumps. You ain't have a couple cubes. You could tell when them sweet potatoes is cut because they just cut different, or somebody got a certain pattern in which they might cut them. It got the same flow. It don't have no round circular shape like you just slid that motherfucker out of a can and threw a little cinnamon or some shit or some nutmeg on it or some shit, whatever you did. You know what I mean? But it didn't work, man. You know what I'm saying? And Geno's, you serving that motherfucking Cuban style motherfucking Miami-Dade County school pizza up here, and you got away with it for years, but somebody then discovered your motherfucking thing. I ain't saying that it ain't good. It's always been good, but we ain't know no better because I done been into different spots where, you know what I'm saying, that pizza popping. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you like them real big, thick pieces and shit, that Chicago big deep dish pizza. If you like that kind of style, then shit, you know what I'm saying? Or if you like a thin crust type joint, you know what I mean, without all that shit on it and shit, but shit, I didn't ate that motherfucking piece of cat that, and they say my man used to work over there for years and shit. He done took some of the recipe or the techniques in terms of how to flip that piece. I like the fact that he used bigger vegetables and shit. You know what I'm saying? But you just gotta get around, man. We gotta have more of that. I think I might do me a food special, E.I.L.E. and the Toledo food special, and go around and give me some and criticize. Spend the money. Go here, go there, eat. For a whole week, just go around and eat at different spots and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then tell my motherfucking and give my opinion on shit. Who's more who got more hospitality towards Negroes and shit like that. I would definitely be trying to cover some shit like that. So, look forward to that, man. E.I.L.E. and the Toledo, you know what I mean, on my food adventure type shit. You know what I mean? Getting out to see what it is. I had plans on doing something like that, man. But, my mans then came in and then knocked that. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm going to do. Like, I ain't just going to be sitting on this motherfucker. I'm going to be in the Toledo. That's what it say. E.I.L.E. in the Toledo, the weekly news, no cap. And sometimes I'm going to be going around and doing my thing in terms of seeing what's going on so I can be and give my opinion, be opinionated to give my 2%. Because remember, y'all, it's 8 point some billion people on the planet. So this is only a small bucket in that whole situation. It's only my 2 cents. You know what I'm saying? Nothing big, man. Let it roll off your motherfucking chest and your shoulders and shit and keep on stepping. Get better. But that word up there is what we gonna get into, man. Constructive criticism. And let me give you the definition of that, man, so we can be all on the same page. Constructive criticism. Focus on providing constructive feedback supported by a specific example to help you improve in some areas. is only to and help you and to prove constructive criticism should be offered in a friendly manner with good intentions. So the constructive criticism in which he gave us was all of that. He came being that he was a brother. He had good intentions. You know what I mean? He had a focus. He had a friendly matter because in most cases he spent his own money. So if you look at the raw definition of that word up in the corner of constructive criticism, I would say that brother did a good job in terms of way he came about doing it, especially anytime he paid his money. But you know the difference between canned yams and real yams. So motherfuckers got to get up off that shit right there, you know. And if you cook your motherfucking fish you can cook your fish too hard in some cases. You know what I mean? You know, you got to change some of them spices and shit like that. You know, you got to have somebody tasting that shit to know the salt content. Then you got to have the same measurement and the same motherfucker in the kitchen, bro. Like, for sure, you got to have somebody old-ass granny or somebody auntie off in that motherfucker, man. You can't have no motherfucker hoochie mama off in there, man, with that bullshit, bro. You got to step your motherfucking game up and get somebody in there, man, to make sense. Somebody who can make that motherfucking cornbread from scratch. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit got to be from scratch, man. Somebody who don't know how don't overcook they motherfucking cabbage. But some people like that soft cabbage and shit. I like mine a little crisp right before the softness. It's an area. That's a preference and shit. But for the most part, it's also technique. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to do them in both. How you some where you know, cause I'm a bad boy with the motherfucking with that cabbage. You know what I'm saying? That rice too. You know? So yeah, man, I get down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So when you know how to cook and your mama cook good and your granny cook good, man, when you go to some restaurants and you looking for soul food, man, in most cases people looking for that taste. And if you can outdo their grandmama and what their grandmama and their mama did, man, then you can open up a motherfucking restaurant and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, man, then you got to have some pride in what you're doing, too. You know what I'm saying? You can't be shuckling, juckling. You know, when you got to see a motherfucker come in and they coming in deep, breaking out some cameras and they offer, can they come in your spot, man? You better make it. And then in any time, just a motherfucking trick on that motherfucking macaroni, man, you can always soften that shit up and wetten it up, man, with a little pet milk, little vaporized milk and shit. You know what I'm saying? I shit, man. You do that, you'll bring that motherfucking shit back to life. You know what I'm saying? But you don't serve no motherfucking dry ass, uncooked or unmilted motherfucking macaroni and cheese. And you better definitely not slide no shit out of no motherfucking can. So the brother got the right, man, to do what he did. I appreciate the constructive criticism. Like, again, I looked at pretty much most of, if not all of them. I didn't watch it to the full extent every second, but I seen the food part. I looked at the part, and when I seen it, I can look at some motherfucking macaroni and know when it's fugazi, know when it ain't that it's mac without the cheese, or it's cheese without some mac. That's what it is. That was some cheese without mac, nigga. You got to put some motherfucking mac on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you got to offer some motherfucking moisture to your shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You got to know you got to have the right motherfucker in there to know how to motherfucking make that motherfucking moist. You know what I'm saying? You know? Them greens gotta be, said them greens was all right though. You know, cornbread wasn't. You know that cornbread got to be bang bang with that, man. Where you just got that, like I say, man, macaroni, your candy yams, your greens, man, got to be cracking, man. You know, it's kind of hard to fuck up some fried shit. You know what I'm saying? As long as you got you got some good grease in there, fresh grease, freshly dipped in some motherfucking flour and shit like that, throw it in there. You know, it's hard to fuck that up if you tell. And then fish always got to be fresh. So you can't really fuck that up unless you over fried it or you got some bogus old ass grease. You know, with that fish, you gotta have that fish gotta have its own fucking grease, man. The only thing you can cook in that motherfucker possibly, man, occasionally is some shrimp. But you want that motherfucking fish to have its own motherfucking situation going. That's just my opinion, man. You know what I'm saying? So, motherfuckers know, bro. Motherfuckers gotta quit playing and jaking around this motherfucker. Act like they can't take constructive criticism of what's the fuck going on or what it is, man. We got to be on business in Toledo in 2024. That's all it is, man. We got young kids that's coming up behind us, man, that we really got to make a real effort to making sure these dudes get it right. All the time, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's some of the things that I say, man, that, you know, just as a community, as a people that we just got to do better on. You know what I'm saying? Don't take shit personal. You know what I mean? Just improving what you doing and come back. You know what I mean? Come back better, harder, stronger. You know what I'm saying? And just do better. That's it, man. That's a simple fix in terms of with J Mays, you know, what he had basically, you know. Them a few little simple fix, man. You know you gotta get up and you gotta get your own motherfucking, you gotta get somebody to cut them fucking yams, man. You know what I'm saying? We need that real live cinnamon and that butter, man, in that motherfucker, man. Quit playing, man. Yeah, with a little bit of that sugar off in there, man. Make that syrup, that brown sugar, man. Quit playing, B. Let's go, man. Macaroni got to be a little more juicy, man, uncooked and shit. You know what I'm saying? Quit overcooking your motherfucking noodles. See, my mama a pro at that shit. She don't overcook her noodles and shit. She been out of that phase because, you know, she older now. So, yeah, that's what that is, man. But definitely we got to get better. Don't be tripping on the motherfucking situation on my man, the hungry black man, and his criticism of the food and the hospitality and just the comments that he received, you know, offering constructive criticism and just the abuse that he received in terms of people being angry because the brother offer just that constructive criticism. And then, like I say, man, by judging it, let me go back to it. By judging it, the definition of that, man, constructive criticism should be offered in a friendly manner and with good intentions. He did that. You know what I mean? And constructive criticism only is a focus on providing constructive feedback supported by specific examples to help you improve in some areas. And that's what he was saying in terms of, you know, people offering their money coming into the city, plus just us as residents in terms of supporting one another and supporting black business. You know what I mean? By him giving us that just offer us an opportunity, man, to just do better so that we can do better. We can do better. That's all that is, to help us to do better, man. We know better and we can do better. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. Don't take it for no more than for what it is. Constructive criticism. Again, he said it in a friendly and with good intent, because not only that, he spent his money in most cases. So that right there alone, man, is good intent. And then for him to come down and to spend his own bread to just offer a review on what he got going. I mean, obviously he creating a brand out of his situation to be able and doing that, and then for people to try to be malice and be hateful in terms of what they comments and what he offering, friendly. Uh, 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 Again, it was friendly, man. You know what I'm saying? We cannot get mad because the brother can. You know, it was offered in a friendly manner with good intent. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not tripping with the brother. I appreciate my man. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he can come back roughly 6 months to a year, go back to those same spots, man. You know what I mean? Where everybody feel like like he did something wrong or gave a nasty opinion on because I mean, bottom line, man, it's his opinion. He able to do that, and he spent the money, time, energy, and effort by even coming to our town. And so for us not to be hospitable and show some hospitality and shit like that, you know what I mean, show a little class and shit, and not take the shit all the motherfucking heart, but to use that as building blocks to do better. You know what I mean? I just as a Toledoan, man, I feel like motherfuckers is dead wrong. You know what I mean? And that's why I also seen something about the Great Escape. You know what I mean? Like when you go to other spots, man, you appreciate that shit, but then you also see a lot what's going wrong or what's wrong with our city in terms of the negativity and non productivity with no growth. You know what I'm saying? A lot of areas in our town get situation, but for the most part, you get the inner city, everything on east of the viaduct. For the most part, you don't get that economic impact or economic development and investment from corporate or just city. The city coming around and offering or influences businesses to come in and try to revitalize our area. Just last year or so, Fifth Third left the location in which they built a new spot, but due to the help from the city and a power move, Toledo Credit Union was able to move in there. I think last couple of weeks they had the ribbon cutting ceremony, but just rolled by there and they actively in that business trying to do something, and so hopefully they expand they influence and their investments and be able to attract individuals that come in, man, and keep that black-owned thing going in the inner city where John Mays, maybe Roof, or something like that can come in the inner city and service all the churches and shit like that. Because Toledo really don't have a real major big sit-down restaurant for African Americans, Negroes, color folks, melanated people, Indians, whatever you want to call us. Like we've been called black, we've been called everything, but nevertheless, I try to cover all basics in terms of whatever you possibly might identify, just not to include you or not to leave you out. But yeah, that's what this is, man. Ali and the Thule do, man. Just a little bit upset with my fellow Toledoans not be able to take that constructive criticism, man. We got to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is, man. You know what I mean? Trying to get better at what we do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of people that come in our town, man, and be disappointed in terms of their options, in terms of what we have to offer. You know what I mean? Toledo, for the most part, and it's been like that for years, man, we don't really have no culture. There ain't really no culture here, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially African American, you got the Spanish brothers, Mexican brothers over there on the south end, they got their thing, Mexican restaurants and shit like that, the Greeks got theirs, the Tony Pacos and shit, you got a little bit of that, You know what I'm saying? You got some China's, you know what I'm saying? But just community-wise, African-American, our community, if you go and look at the stores and look at the restaurants, the gas stations, you know, those spots not black-owned. People outside our community own the stores. And so that's why ain't no pride and no culture in terms of Toledo, east of the Viaduct. You know what I mean? Baby Africa, you know. So, Toledo sub, you know. But yeah, that, man, you know, just developing that, you know. That's what we got to get better at. Just be able to offer us, you know what I mean, to be able to really define us. You know, because I always say Toledo suffer from some kind of a form of we culturally retarded. You know, we don't take pride in our blackness, our Africanness, our Native Americanness. You know, we don't take pride in that because for the most part, man, you know, being that we was you know, it's been determined that Africa was the birthplace of mankind. You know what I mean? And it was a time when all the land was connected. And if the first man came out of Africa and he was black, that means we traveled all over this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We been here. You know what I'm saying? They just for me and my studies, man, they tricked us with the pencil or the pen. They wrote us out of history. You know what I mean? They wrote and stole history with the educational or with textbooks. You know, we learning about us from his story. You know, we ain't telling our story from deep, intimate research looking. You know what I mean? For the most part, that shit being taught to us of who we are. You know, but when you do some extensive research and know how to read between the lines and, you know what I mean, and definitely the you have to come to understand the Bible in a different way, you know, because for the most part, the Bible is really, you know, if you really look at it and all that, it's for the most part, it's really not a religious book, but a history book of a people, you know. So by understanding that, man, you know what I'm saying, you become in power, you know thyself, you know, study who you are, your mood swings and shit like that, you know, how you relate to the stars, you know, come in tune with your energy and your breath, you know, take your shoes off in the summertime and walk barefooted. You know, find you a patch of grass in your yard and shit, and you know, get grounded and shit. You know, go hug a tree. You know, don't eat McDonald's. Don't eat McDonald's every day for a whole month or just fast food shit, man. Eat your salad. Shit, if you can, just drink some water and don't eat shit at all for a couple days. You know, get back connected, man. But nevertheless, we just got to make a better effort, man, or just, you know, quit tripping with the criticism, the constructive criticism that the brother offered, because he was offering us something for us, man, to do. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is, man. You know, again, man, still the firestorm over the internet, the shit that went viral a couple weeks ago. I did a show last week's show, did it on the 12th, I think. I had, you know, I'll be releasing it tonight with this one. Just been having a situation, man. It's been tough for your boy for the last month or so. You know, been trying to help my mom and shit, you know, shit like that, running around, you know, trying to get her well. You know, so if y'all can, man, put your prayers out for me, man, and, you know, put a little prayer. Also, man, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, subscribe to this shit, bro, because, you know, I'll be releasing my shit once a week, inshallah. You know, once a week, trying to stay on that. You know what I mean? Like I said, I had a little hiccup for the most part, about the last 2 weeks. But inshallah, man, we get back on pace and doing our thing this year and be able to offer an effective show and stay current on the news and shit like that. The shit that, you know, like I say, this is primarily, man, informational, informative, the shit, the news, that, you know, the local, regional shit that might go viral, and just putting a black man, OG twist on it. You know, I come from the 70s, so just offering an OG perspective, man, double OG perspective. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm raising grandkids, so it's a double OG from your boy. You know what I'm saying? So just keeping that, man. You know, just within that right there in itself. You know what I'm saying? Them struggles there. You know what I mean? That's trying to stay not only irrelevant, man, but trying to stay informative and trying to stay up on game, just trying to help my grandson and my granddaughters and shit. My great nephews and them, my nephews and my son and my daughter, try to help those individuals misstep some of the troubles that life bring. You know what I mean? Just seeing shit and able to tell them, like, yo, that ain't a good look. Like, you might want to do something else. You know, that ain't gonna turn out cool. You know, that kind of shit. So just staying up on that shit like that for them, man. So, you know what I mean? So we ain't looking like no poo butts in the 24. You know. Plus, it's always, I'm gonna get that verse, but it's a verse in Proverbs, man. That's always stick with me to say that a great man leave his kids treasure. You know what I'm saying? And so be able to live with that kind of mission. You know, to be able to be considered great in the eyes of the Father. You know, especially to be able to make treasures for my kids without ill will or ill intent. You know what I mean? Through robbery or selling drugs and shit like that, but to be able to build a dynasty and make something for them with just these bare hands and shit. You know, because I'm good at what I do in terms of just home improvement type shit. You know what I'm saying? So just trying to do that, man. Painting, construction shit. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to make my effort, man. Trying to put my $2 in and trying to make it make sense. That's all this is. You know what I'm saying? Man, some fuck shit went on this shit yesterday, man. Holy Toledo, man. I hate to be the one to be a bad news, man, but some sister, get to it, man. Yeah, man, it was a violent night on the south side. I think it was South Toledo, somewhere out there on Reynolds. Let me find this news story. I saw it, man. I couldn't believe it had happened. So, and then I hate to report negativity, but you know, man. Yeah, but some sister, man, a pregnant sister on the south end. I'm gonna find the story so I can get the right name, but not to criticize or but to give uh yeah, here it go. Toledo police investigating fatal shooting of a pregnant woman in South Toledo. Um, Toledo police. Let's see this local news, man. Let me bring it up. Um, Here it go. Let's see. Toledo police investigating fatal shooting of a pregnant woman, South Toledo. Toledo police said 34-year-old woman pronounced dead at the scene on Norton Place. This happened January 24th, I guess. This was published. Toledo police are investigating a deadly shooting of a pregnant woman in South Toledo on Wednesday morning. The shooting happened just before 5 a.m. in the 5300 block of Norton Place near Rental Road and Airport. Officer responded to the report of a person shot and found the pregnant victim, Tamisha Price, 34, suffering from at least one gunshot wound. The victim was pronounced dead at the scene, and police are investigating shooting as a homicide. There is no one in custody related to the incident. Anyone with information is asked to call or text Crime Stopper at 419-255-1111. You can remain anonymous. So if you got any information, man, on this sister, this pregnant sister, man, in South Toledo, Tamisha Price, man, 34-year-old, unfortunately lost her life Wednesday morning, man. Looked like about 5 o'clock, the 5300 block of Norton Place by Reynolds and Airport. Man, if you got any information, man, please, you can remain anonymous. Call in, man, and get them creeps up, man. Get that motherfucker up who did that, man. You know what I'm saying? Whoever did that slime ball ass shit, man. I hope they find him, man. But and this just on some real shit, bro. I hope her people find him before they do. You know what I'm saying? I really do, man. That's some illmatic ass shit right there, man, to be fucking over a pregnant sister like that, bro. So, man, my condolences to the family, man, to the Price family, to her sons, to her mom, dad, all the people she loved, man, her loved ones, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm hurt. My prayers is for peace and comfort for y'all, man. But, man, also, man, I hope that the community and people or somebody who know about that shit, bro, like, don't even trip, man. Turn dude over, man. Like, turn dude or whoever the fuck did that, bro. Like, turn them over, man. Don't even let them get away with that shit, man. That's some rotten ass shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, condolences, man, to them, man, and their situation. You know what I mean? That's a fucked up way to start the year off, man. And for her kids, I seen her little page, man, and her sons and shit, bro. Like, like just all the way, man. Toledo, one of them, man. That's weird as fuck, man. That's a fucked up ass feeling, bro, to have, and just to have to deal with that shit now, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, man, my condolences again, man, to the Price family, man. If y'all have any information, you can remain anonymous. Call Toledo policeman, or call Crime Stopper at 419-255-1111. You can remain anonymous, man. We need to catch whoever the fuck people, he or she, them, they, it. I don't give a fuck, man. We need to find the individuals who did this to this sister, man, so that she can get some justice, her and her family and her boys, man. The shit gotta stop, bro. We gotta do better than what the fuck we doing around this motherfucker, bro. You know what I'm saying? But, man, this is your boy, man, E.I.Lee, man, in the Toledo. Put down another show, man, pre-recorded. You know what I'm saying? Be able to take constructive criticism, man. That's what we got to be able to do and work on, man. Quit tripping, man. Get your motherfucking boxers out of a bunch, of your panties out of a bunch, man, and grow the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But if you seen something, you know something, man, don't be scared. If you heard something, if you know something, man, for Tamisha Price, man, 34-year-old sister, man, out there on Norton Place, who lost her life Wednesday, man, died on the scene because of creep crime slime ball, man, choose to be in his feelings or whatever the fuck, man, and then killed this girl, man. So if you got any information on whoever did it, man, I don't give a fuck, man. Like, let's find this motherfucker before the weekend out, man. Let's get that information up. And you can remain anonymous and call Crime Stopper, man. Get the little reward possibly and shit like that, man. But let's do that for the family. Again, my condolences to her mother and her father, her sons, her loved ones, her brothers and sisters, man, aunties, uncles and shit, man. You know, we feel for y'all as a community, but as a community, man, we need to turn this slime ball, turn it up, man, and find out who the fuck did that. You know what I'm saying? For sure. But, man, this your boy E.I.Lee in the Toledo, the weekly news, no cap, you know, local, regional, and viral news, just giving our spin and our twist on it from a melanated perspective, African-American, black, Negro OG perspective, bro. I can jump in any motherfucking bag, from a Negro, a nigga, classy, upscale, intelligent, well-spoken, informative, inspiring, funny, uplifting, motivational kind of conversation. We can get in it in any way, any arena. But my main thing is to be respectful and to talk life in this shit, bro. Like, I ain't trying to talk negative into nothing, man. But this shit right here with this sister, man, Miss Price, we definitely need to find out whoever the fuck whoever did that. You know what I'm saying? And if they family can get that information before the police, man, that's well encouraged too, because I'm sure they want to put their hands on this motherfucker before the police do. You know what I'm saying? So as a community, man, let's stand up. Let's stand up and stand out, man, for one another, man. Show out, be encouraging, and root for one another, man. Let's stop the hate. But for me, man, I encourage y'all to hate, to love, send it my way, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do nothing but double the shit up, bro. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. This your boy E.I.Lee, January 25th, Thursday, 2024, man. In the building, E.I.Lee in the Toledo. Holla at your boy. Have you came up with a name for your podcast? Yeah. We from the Toledo. O-H-I-O. We from the Toledo. O-H-I-O. It's E.I.Lee in the Toledo. E.I.Lee. E.I.Lee. It's E.I.Lee in the Toledo. E.I.Lee. Yep. E.I.Lee. We from the Toledo. O-H-I-O. We
We from the
Sneed and Norwood, nigga.
Toledo.
Forest and Graham, my nigga.
Oh, it's E.I.Lee.
Robinson
in the
Park, my
Toledo.
nigga.
E.I.Lee.
Stickney Ave, nigga.
It's E.I.Lee.
Lawrence
in the
and Delaware,
Toledo.
my nigga.
E.I.Lee.
Forest
E.I.Lee.
and Graham.
We from the Toledo.
Get at your boy.
H.
East side of the Viaduct, man.
E.I.Lee. in the Toledo.
Yeah. Peace.